Hey guys, Seth here with Cross Jeep. Today we're walking around our 2021 Jeep Compass Limited in this gorgeous red color here. This vehicle is in fairly good condition. There are a couple scratches around. There's one on this door right here, right next to the keyless entry on the driver door. Taking a look at the inside, the vehicle does currently have 40,742 miles on it. You do have your leather seats in there. Looking at the rear here, we do have our bench seating and our 115 volt 3-prong outlet, as well as our USB. And these leather seats are in great condition. Of course, to drop them down, you just grab right here and they come on down and lay almost flat, giving you a lot more trunk space in the rear here. Speaking of which, swinging back around to the tailgate, you do have your backup camera as well as your parking sensors. There is a little bit of scarring here on the rear bumper. Looking inside the rear here, we do have a lot of really nice space in this Compass, as well as a cool feature. Firstly, under here we do have our tire repair, which is a pump with a certain type of compound that helps repair flat tires. And this rear panel here is fully adjustable. This is a little bit difficult to do with one hand, but you can put it all the way down to this level here, giving you about another 5 inches of extra storage space. And then there is one more level up. Oops, sorry. There is one more level up to right here, which gives you about another 3 inches of storage space compared to the highest up level, which puts this flush with the actual trunk of the vehicle. Sliding this in right here, it'll make it flush with the seats as well as the trunk trim. Swinging around to the passenger side here, looking inside the rear seating. So again, we do have those nice leather seatings with the carpeted floor mats, as well as these seat back pockets. And of course, this seat comes down the same way. You just put your hand right here. You pull back on a little switch, and I'll show that to you here. Just this, you just pull it down, and then the seat releases and come all the way down and lay almost flat, giving you a lot more trunk space in the rear here. Lifting this seat back up is super easy for both the smaller seat and the larger seat. And then they do just lock right into place. The seat belts are currently in the way of this one. You do have to be careful of that. Just pull those back down, hook them around the edge of the seat, and then they will lock right back in. Taking a look in the passenger seat, of course you do still have your keyless entry here. There's one more little scratch on this door here. But looking inside, we do have our manual but adjustable passenger seating with those leather perforated seats, as well as your side airbags. Down at the floorboards here, we do still have our carpeted floor mats, and we do also have a little hidden bit of storage right here, as well as our glove box with the user manual. Swinging back around to the front of this vehicle, there is one more bit of damage. Just a scratch right here, barely even feel it with my fingernail. And one thing this vehicle does have is it does have the cold weather group, meaning you do have remote start. So if I press this button twice right here, the vehicle will honk twice at me and start right on up. And you can adjust the setting, but right now we have it set to idle for 5 minutes before shutting itself off to conserve gas. Now stepping inside the vehicle here, using that keyless entry, we can once again see that this vehicle is currently at 40,742 miles. And if I just press this button right here, that'll put it into run mode and I can drive off with it. I'm going to give us a little tour of the inside here. So starting us off, looking at the steering wheel, we do have all of our controls here. So we can go to our settings, our screen setup, of course, our messages and our audio. We also have our stop start ready. We have our trip, fuel economy, driver assist, vehicle info, and finally, once again, our speedometer. Looking down on this side here, we do have our auto headlights, as well as our fog lights, our ambient lighting, and our dashboard lighting. We also have our brights here. You push it forward and it stays, or you pull it back and it flashes. Looking in our door here, we do have our auto down windows, as well as auto up. And for the rear here, we do have auto down windows, and manual up windows. Coming back to the steering wheel here, after these buttons we do have our phone control, and we do have our cruise control and our adaptive cruise control here. Now adaptive cruise control, you can press this button to push it forward or press it to bring it back, and if you press this, that'll activate it so you can actually see the distance you are putting between you and the vehicle. Pressing it again to turn it off. Looking here in the center console, of course we do have our radio first. That is going to be our AM/FM Sirius XM. That also has all of our favorites up here, as well as traffic and weather. Pressing our media tab. Now I don't currently have a device connected, but if I did, it would be our Bluetooth device, aux, USB 1 or USB 2. The USB 1 is right here. We also have our climate control next. Our climate control is going to have all of our heated seat controls in it. This does come with heated seats, having that cold weather group. Of course, you also have your max AC, regular AC, recirculate, auto front and rear defrosters, as well as your dual zone. It is currently on sync. The AC is currently on, trying to keep me a little bit cooler here. We have all of where we want it to blow, which we still can adjust how we want it to blow at us. Pressing this controls button right here, that'll give us our heated seat and steering wheel, as well as our settings. Now we'll get into the settings here in a moment, but if you wanted to get to this heated seat and steering wheel control page, you can be on any other page and then just tap this controls right down here. Next up, we do have our Uconnect apps. Now the Uconnect apps is going to give us every button we can access with this vehicle. This vehicle does not have navigation, but you do have a compass equipped in it, so it can show you where you are pointing. You also have your audio settings, control settings, phone, climate, media, radio, passenger or driver heated seats, as well as the heated steering wheel. Once again, the next up is going to be our control button that shows us our heated seats and steering wheel. Coming up to our phone button here, this is where we would have our phone connected, obviously, and this would be looking something like our favorited contacts up here, phone book, recent dial messaging and settings, as well as mute, transfer, join calls, redial, and end. Coming up to the end here, our settings page. This is going to have everything we can change about the vehicle, our language, our display, including our brightness and whether or not we want the display to turn off instantly as soon as the doors open and we press the off button, or if it will wait for a moment. We've also got our units, voice, clock and date, safety and driving assistance. Now with this one, I do like to have our park sense on sound and display. Also our rear park sense volume on medium. I also like to have our lane sense warning to be medium and our lane sense strength to be high, just to keep us in the lanes a little bit easier. As well as our forward warning braking. Forward collision warning braking, which is what this box right up here is. If it detects a vehicle too close, it will flash, beep at you, and then activate your brakes. Now if we go down a little bit more, we do have our park view guidelines and our rain sensing wipers. And if we turn on this park view camera backup delay, it'll allow the camera to stay on for just a little bit longer, for up to 5 miles an hour or 10 seconds after putting it from reverse into drive or neutral. Now the thing this vehicle has is our blind spot alert, which has lights and chimes on right now. You can see those little triangles here in our side mirrors. Those will light up and the vehicle will beep at you. Next up, we have our doors and locks, and this is going to give us, if our sound of the horn goes off on our first or second, flashlights, auto exit unlock, sound horn with remote start, remote door unlock being your driver door, or all doors with your passive entry as well. There are a bunch of other options in this tab. I won't run through all of them right now. Coming down here, we do have our mute, our screen off, our hazards, our parking sensors, as well as our lane keep assist. A little bit further down, we have all of our AC controls, which includes our off button, our AC, our recirculate, our dual zone temperatures, our mode, and how hard we want it to blow. We also have our front and rear defrosters and our auto AC. Now, I did mention down here, this is where our aux port's going to be, our USB and regular aux, as well as our 12-volt plug-in right here. We also have our select terrain on this side over here, which includes our four-wheel drive lockers. We also have our auto, snow, sand, and mud selection. So if you get in any of those conditions, the vehicle can help you handle them perfectly. Coming down here, this vehicle does have a manual mode for if you are in any of those other select terrains and you do need to take control of the vehicle. A little bit further down, we have our auto stop start button, our power electric parking brake, as well as our traction control. And then taking a quick look inside of our center console here, this does have some fairly good storage. Nice little armrest as well, and it is adjustable. Overall, this is a very, very nice Jeep Compass. Still in very good condition as well. I wanted to say thank you all so much for choosing Cross, and I hope you had an amazing day.